The following exercises are intended for senior citizens, provided that these persons are physically independent and do not suffer from a detrimental handicap. Medical advice is advised. People who have not played sports for several years or are sedentary will find ways to get back in shape and get better activity. These elderly people exist in all countries of the world, and that is why we present these exercises in English idiom, which is the most widespread in the world. We wish those people who do not have the chance to have in their entourage the means to do simple exercises with the rudimentary and inexpensive equipment. We wish that they find here the example of the exercises carried out by a person of over 80 years. Exercise 1. Sit at the end of the bench. Legs against the edge so that the body is supported when tilting back. Indeed, in this position, the legs retain the whole body. Layer yourself back on your back by helping your arms for the descent and legs for the restrained body. Perform swaying movements of the legs. This will stretch the entire spine and relieve the pressure of the vertebrae. Exercise 2. Join the soles of the feet. Drop the knees on each side. Open the arms as low as possible. The back is well rested on the bench. You feel a current rise along the legs, along the thighs. The whole back, the spine, the neck, the shoulders, the arms and the hands. You feel a fluid release by the hands. Repeat this exercise again. Exercise 3. Take your knees with your hands. Reassemble the legs to the chest. Make rotational movements in one direction, then in the other direction. You feel the muscles of the back, the muscles of the arms and the muscles of the shoulders. Exercise 4. Put your hands closed on each side of the shoulders. Raise your arms, hands open as if you're pushing a heavy weight. This heavy weight is all that you reject of yourself. Come back with your fists closed and start again with your hands open. Exercise 5. Both arms in a vertical position. Cross one leg on the other. Drop the legs on this side and the arms on the opposite side. Then come back and change the crossing of the other leg. Drop on the opposite side and repeat several times. You feel good about the twist of the column. Look for your balance. Exercise 6. Bring your folded feet a little apart. Take your thighs firmly with your hands. Raise the hips as high as possible. Feel the lumbar muscles well. Feel the muscles of the thighs under the hands. Aspire downhill. Exhale backwards. Exercise 7. Extend the body completely on the bench. Aspire deeply. Push your arms, lowering very forward and head toward your knees. Raise your legs back as far as possible. It's the kick to the moon. Blow hard, return to the original position. Breathe deeply and repeat. Exercise 8. Put your hands flat under your back. Raise your legs at the knees. Then make pedaling movements by opening your knees to the left and to the right. This is if you are cleaning a surface in front of the feet. Exercise 9. To get out of the bench easily, put your hands under your back, raise your legs and push your legs forward while raising your head. You are sitting. Now move the trunk forward and then straighten up. Feel lumbar, then dorsal and cervical, breathing deeply. Repeat with your hands on your knees. Exercise 10. Place your hands on each knee. Rotate the trunk while swinging an arm far behind. The other arm is on the top of the leg to help the twist. Blow. Breathe back and then blow to the opposite side. Movement must be continuous for a minimum of 20 seconds. Exercise 11. Straighten up vertically, legs wide apart. Drop your arms on each side. Bend to one side totally, letting one arm fall as low as possible. Withhold the other arm at the top of the opposite leg. The tendons of the neck will be very tense. The oblique muscles of the trunk will be fortified. Exercise 12. Breathe deeply as you lean forward and exhale when air no longer enters the lungs filled with air. Exhale deeply, dropping the whole body, hands pointing to the floor or feet. Stand up with your hands on your knees. Breathe again until you touch your back on the bench with your hands behind your back. Exhale deeply. Aspirate going back as far as you are. Exhale deeply. Start over again. Best exercise for lungs and respiratory muscles. Stand up and stand in front of the bench. The feet are about 50 centimeters. Put your hands on each side of the bench at about 50 centimeters. The arms should always be tight. Lean back. Arms outstretched to touch the forehead on the bench if possible. Exhale deeply. Breathe back with your arms extended as in the beginning. Exhale. The best exercise for flexibility of the spine and strengthening of the muscles of the abdominal and lumbar belt. Exercise 14. Sit in the middle of the bench. Legs totally free and hands behind the body in extension and back. Raise your legs alternately as high as possible and hit the ground as much as you can. As in the Spanish flamenco dance, the zapateado. This will accelerate the blood flow of the lower body and strengthen the legs like running. Exercise 15. Stay in the middle of the bench. Bend forward. The front arms rest on the thighs. The head and neck fall naturally. The back is rounded. Close your eyes. Breathe calmly. Do not think of anything else but your total relaxation. Rise naturally when you want.